Greetings to everyone. Hope you all are having a great time ahead. So friends, in today's lecture we learn about Moore voting algorithm and how do we calculate the candidate for the majority element of an array. Now what's a majority element to be specific? See, suppose you have an array of size n, right? So any element that occurs more than n by 2 times in the array, that is greater than half the size of the array, that element is said to be the majority element, the candidate for the majority element. And how do we find such an element? So Moore voting algorithm is the algorithm, the mechanism that helps us to predict the majority element. All right, so let's jump into the video. So now to start with the algorithm, what we do is we assume that the first element of the array is the majority element itself, right? So we assume that 2 is the majority element at the start, right? And we also maintain a count variable and initialize it to 1 in the beginning. All right. Now what we do, we look for the next element in the array. So the next element in the array is 3. So we compare this next element with the current majority element. That is, we draw a comparison between 3 and 2 because 2 is the current majority element. We assumed it in the beginning, right? So now we see that 3 is not equal to 2. Now since the elements are unequal, what we do, we decrement the value of count by 1 so that count becomes 0, and we update the value of majority element and majority element becomes 3. That is, now majority element is no more 2 and it becomes 3. All right. And since we have updated the majority element, so now count again becomes 1. All right. Now continuing the similar fashion, what we do, we now hunt for the next element in the array. The next element is 4. So now 4 is compared to the current majority element and the current majority element is 3. All right. We see that 4 is not equal to 3. Now since the elements are unequal, what we do, we decrement the value of count by 1. Count again becomes 0. Since count has become 0, so we update the value of majority element, it becomes 4. Since majority element is updated, we again initialize count to 1. Alright, so this is a fixed pattern. We keep on, we assume a particular element to be a majority element. We compare it with the next element. If the elements are unequal, so we decrement the value of count by 1. We update the majority element and we again initialize count to a new value. Alright, this is a fixed procedure. Now the next element in the array, that is 3, is compared with the current majority element. That is, 3 is compared with 4, right? We see that 3 and 4 are unequal, that is, they are not equal. Hence what we do, we decrement the value of count by 1 so that count becomes 0. Then we update the value of majority element and majority element becomes 3. Now since we have updated the value of majority element, count again becomes 1. Alright, now the last element in the array is 3. So we compare this last element 3 with the current majority element. And what's the current majority element? It is 3. Now we see that the current element, the current majority element and the next element in the array are equal. So now what we do, since they are equal, we increment the value of count by 1. That is, count was 1 already. We add 1 to it and the count becomes 2. Alright. Now you see the array has been finished, right? What's the value of count? The value of count is 2 and this value of count is greater than 0. That is, this is positive. Hence our answer is 3. That is, the final majority element that we were hunting for is 3. Because when we calculated a majority element and found its count to be positive, so this is our answer. Now, is this not the same which we, took out by intuition in the start of the video? We already knew beforehand that 3 will be the majority element since the very start. Because what was the definition of majority element? Any element occurring more than n by 2 times in the array was said to be the majority element, and n was the size of the array. So we already knew that the size of the array was 5, 5 by 2 was 2. So any element which occurred more than 2 times in the array would be the majority element, and 3 we already knew would come out to be the majority element because 3 occurred 3 times. That is more than 2 times. And by the calculations that we just made, we also calculated that 3 came out to be the majority element. So this was the case. All right. Now you can have one more example. So now let's have a look at the worst case possible. So let's take an array in worst case like 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, right? An array of n is equal to 5 elements. So what's the value of n by 2? If we round it down to the nearest integer, it's 2. 5 by 2 is 2. So any element that would occur more than 2 times in the array, that element would be considered to be the majority element, right? That goes by the definition, all right? So we already know that for this particular array, 2 will come out to be the majority element because 2 is occurring 1, 2, 3 times in the array, all right? So now let's solve it by calculations. So we consider the first element to be the majority element. So let's consider the majority element to be 2 and let's initialize the value of count equal to 1. Alright. Now we compare the next element to the current majority element. That is 2 is compared to 2. Now since they both are equal, so we will increment the value of count by 1 so that count becomes 2. Alright, the new value of count is 2 and 2 remains the majority element, right? Now the next element is compared to the current majority element, that is 2 is again compared to 2. They are again equal, so the value of count is incremented by 1 and count becomes 3 and majority element still remains 2, right? Because count is positive. Alright, now continuing similar fashion, the next element of the array is 3. We compare 3 to the current majority element. Now 3 is compared to 2. Now since they are unequal, so the value of count gets decremented by 1. So count becomes 3 minus 1 is equal to 2. Alright. So guys, the thing to note here is, though the count has been decremented by 1, but the majority element will not get updated in this case. That is, majority element will not become 3 as most of you might be thinking. You all might be thinking that 3 was compared to 2 and they were not equal, so we decremented the count and now we have to update the majority element. No, this is not the case. The majority element will still remain 2. This is because the count of the current majority element, that is 2, this has been reduced down to 2, which is still a positive number. So the thing is, if the count of any current majority element remains positive, that is greater than 0, then that element remains the majority element till that period of time. Alright, so now continuing in a similar fashion, now we pick up the next element 4 and we compare it to the current majority element. The current majority element is 2 as was left in the last step, right? We notice that 4 and 2 are unequal, so we will decrement the value of count by 1. Count was 2, so 2 minus 1 is 1. And just think for a moment, what will be the value of majority element? Correct, the majority element will not get updated to 4, rather the majority element will remain 2. This is because the count of the majority element, that is 2, is 1, which is still a positive number. Okay, so I repeat, so till the time the count of the current majority element remains greater than 0, till that point of time the majority element remains the majority element. Alright, so we have iterated through the entire array, we have traversed everything. So this was the example of the worst possible case where the majority element, that is 2, appeared in the beginning 3 times. So hope you all have understood the concept very well. So guys, I believe that every one of you might have understood the concept of Moore voting algorithm perfectly, and you would have known till now how do we calculate the candidate for the majority element, right? So please like the video, share it and subscribe to the channel and हंसते रहिए, मुस्कुराते रहिए, देखते रहिए. मतलब कपिल शर्मा शो नहीं, मतलब देख भी सकते हो, वो भी देख सकते हो यार, मेरी वीडियो ज़रूर देखना, है ना? चलो ठीक है, टेक केयर.